The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Okay, turn it on.
Danger, danger!
Are you ready?
I forgot to put in the crystals.
Who has a sonic screwdriver? I do!
Welcome to Nerd-O-Rama.
It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
On nerdcoreradio.com.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
What is Nerd-O-Rama all about?
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All systems have been alerted to your presence, sir.
Nerd-O-Rama.
All right, we are back for our 20-something, 19. I don't know. I don't know what episode
Our
it is.
20th anniversary.
Yeah, we've been here 20 years.
I know.
Nerd-O-Rama.
God, you don't look a day over 62.
I know. It's amazing, the medical whatever. I don't know what's going on.
It's all the liposuction from your cheeks.
That's right. Welcome to Nerd-O-Rama for January 13th, 2013. It's 1/13/13 today. That means absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
Absolutely nothing. We are brought to you by Anime Fix, of course, anime store in downtown St. Pete on Central Avenue. They're pretty awesome. Once again, I say this every week, and it's getting old for me saying it because I still have to make their damn commercial. I'm sorry, but they are an anime emporium. You can get pretty much anything you want through them.
Emporium
Through anime. They also have a wide selection of manga, import toys. They just got a new huge shipment of Gundam models. Go in there, mention Nerd-O-Rama, and get 10% off. That's a good deal when you spend a lot of money there.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to spend a lot of money there because there's a lot of things to buy. Anime Fix. They pay to be part of Nerd-O-Rama.
It's really their privilege.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah. So are we.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why he wants to be part of us.
That sounded really dirty.
Yeah, I know. So I am Adam, as always, because this is the show that I run. I am Adam. Also, as with me again is
Inigo Montoya. Be careful. The man with 6 fingers on his right hand. He killed my father.
It was Christopher Guest.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
He does a lot of documentaries.
You could call them documentaries.
Well, mockumentaries, yeah.
Yes.
But
Mighty Wind being my favorite.
That is my favorite Christopher Guest movie. Mighty Wind is great. It beat Best in Show. Not by much, but it beat Best in Show.
Best in Show gets a little, repetitive with all the dogs and, just saying.
Yeah, Mighty Wind gets a little repetitive with all the folk music. But
Hey. You know what? With, what's her name? Jane Lynch talking about her adult film video career.
That's one of the best scenes in the whole movie.
Like,
oh,
you don't
gosh.
see anything like that in Best in Show. And
I know, and you see John Michael Higgins you just see him deteriorating. Like my story wasn't nearly like that.
Yeah, and he's like, I used to play David Letterman in a movie. Okay.
Yeah, so we went off on a Christopher Guest tangent there. That hasn't happened yet. Welcome to Nerd-O-Rama,
where
anything can happen.
For everything.
And there's an every time for that first thing.
On Sunday.
Tonight is Sunday.
Is it?
It is the day after Saturday. It is Sunday.
And the day before Monday.
Which is Sunday.
On a leap year, it turns out to be...
Sunday?
All right.
It's Sunday. Anyway... We have a big show for you tonight. It's one of our theme shows. Our show is brought to you by the letter A and the number 4. Why is it brought to you by the letter A and the number 4? Because we're going to be talking about all 4 Alien movies today, including 3 and 4. I know people are groaning, but I have some things to say about them. Yes. But first, let's get down to news. Let's get our news down. And I'm going to use our news feed video, maybe. I don't think I have it anymore. No, it's gone. So I'm not going to use our... There it is. So here's our little news feed intro.
Ooh, breaking news. Bay News 9.
Now I need to... Now, every time we go into that, I want to like show back up in like a suit and tie and be like, today in the news, blah, 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 and whatever. Anyway,
Your face is blah, blah, blah.
Yes, they announced this week that Jurassic Park 4 is going to have a release date.
Unfortunately.
I think it's going to be cool because Spielberg is going to be involved again. He's not directing; he is producing. So it won't be like a 30-minute movie like Part 3 was.
I was going to say, basically, he was involved in number 3, and that one was about as interesting as.
Oh yeah, but it was interesting. It just wasn't long enough for you to care.
Basically, they took all parts of the original Jurassic Park book that they didn't shoot in the first one and wrote it all together into a third one and said...
And throw William H. Macy in there.
Yeah, because he is the only really respectable one in that movie.
Oh, man, I love... what's his name? I can't even think of his name anymore.
Oh,
Alan Grant.
Alan Grant. I mean, you're like Sam Neill. You want to do some work?
I know, and then he retired and came back for Daybreakers. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know what Daybreakers was about.
Oh, is that shitty vampire
that
movie?
Was the point.
Okay.
It was really so terrible that the vampires run the world and humans are, the meat.
Meat, yes. Meat. Anyway, Jurassic Park 4 will be released on June 13th, 2014, and that's all we know about it. We do know that there won't be the original idea of the
dinosaurs,
human dinosaur hybrid, which I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not going through with that. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about this.
Well, then why the hell did you bring it up?
Because it was big news that there was a release date for it, that it's actually getting made. It's been in developer hell forever. So
so was Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I got some more news on the Independence Day front.
Really?
Dean Devlin, Roland Emmerich, and Bill Pullman are all trying to make Independence Day Forever, is what it's going to be called, Independence Day Forever Parts 1 and 2.
Oh, God.
To get started within the next year. Yeah, they're going to break it up.
Ever since they did this with Harry Potter, now it's going to be the trend.
That's
it's
fine.
Not like there's a book that they're cutting out sub-stories for.
Ever since Harry Potter and maybe Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's right. I went there.
They were all different books.
It's actually one book that was so big that they had to split it into 3.
But he still split it into 3.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I think it's cool. I'm excited because I'm a whore for the Independence Day stories.
You're a whore, that's for sure.
That's true. Yeah. So anyway, on the
how many times did we see Independence Day in the theaters?
I don't know. It was in the teens. I think
it was 14.
Yeah, it was bad.
I know you didn't shoot that green shit at me.
I didn't. It went over your head.
Did you wipe it up?
I didn't touch it. I don't even know where it came from. Anyway, last week I talked about 2 people being in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and since it's being cast so quick, it's going to start shooting this summer to get a next summer release. Also, I found out today that Marvel needs to not Marvel, whoever's making Fox, I think, is making it. It's not Paramount, it's not Disney. I believe it is Fox. No, it's MGM who is making this movie.
Would you like to name another studio just for?
And they need to rebuy the copyright on some things, because apparently, because Disney is just like a hovering badass hanging over them. So
I would say carrion creature that nips at the innards of other people. That's how I think of Disney.
Oh yeah, but they made the Avengers, so I can't fault them too much. Anyway, they need to refile the copyright or whatever, which means they have to put these characters in a movie. And what they're doing, because they're doing the whole cosmic thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy and having Thanos and Avengers 2 and everything, they're probably gonna put Galactus either in Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers 2. But they're saying he's actually gonna be Galactus. He's not gonna be a cloud.
He's not gonna be a shadow.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited for that because I'm also a whore for Galactus. I like all the cosmic stuff in the Marvel Universe. That's the only good thing about the Marvel Universe is the cosmic stuff. Even though I do have to say, I'll talk about it later. There are 2 Marvel books that I've discovered that are really good. So I'll talk about that later when we get past all the movie talk. Update on the new Godzilla movie. I'm excited about this too because it's being made by the guy who did Monsters, which is a really good independent movie about giant monsters. It was really well done. I'm really excited that this guy's doing it. But the update is they confirmed there'll be 2 other monsters in the movie aside from Godzilla. They won't say who, they won't say what yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. So, how about you? Are you a Godzilla fan? Let's not talk about that. Let's not.
We're not gonna go to the Dean Devlin
Roland
Emmerich Godzilla.
You know, that was a dark time in my life.
Yeah.
I actually, when I saw it in the theater, I actually enjoyed it, and then I hated it, and then I enjoyed it again, and then I hated
Siskel, thumbs down.
That was great. Siskel and Ebert as the mayor and mayor's aide was fantastic.
The only part of that movie, they were completely pandering them to try and get a better rating.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's excited about Godzilla. It's exciting about Godzilla.
Maybe
something,
Mothra will be in it.
Something I'm not holding my breath for, because Guillermo del Toro has failed to wow me when he said he was going to do H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, and then when he had the time to do it, he decided that he didn't want to do it, that he wanted to make Pacific Rim, which I'm excited for. I think Pacific Rim is going to be really cool, but he wants to.
Let's put a little asterisk there.
Well,
it has the ability to be cool, kind of like if they made it like Big O, I would love to see like a Big O live action movie.
Maybe the movie will be so good you'll get a Big O. Yeah.
Oh,
that's right. But
I hope there are no children viewers right now.
Another adaptation that he wants to do, and he says he's going to do it, is Slaughterhouse 5, the Kurt Vonnegut
cool time travel
sci-fi book. I mean, it's a fantastic book. It's one of my favorites.
It is. It's If you didn't read it in high school, which a lot of people did, like it was actually, some people had it required reading, which is a shame because they didn't really appreciate it. But it's
they read it because they had to.
Right. And another book that I would like to be seen made is Pebble in the Sky.
Yeah. But he wants to do Slaughterhouse 5 after, mind you, he wants to adapt one of the best comic books that DC has out right now. Is
Batman?
He's going to be doing Justice League Dark, which is basically, if you don't know Justice League Dark, it's part of the New 52. It's part of the new DC comic line, where most of the characters are from the Vertigo universe, which is DC's dark, magic universe of John Constantine, Deadman, Zatanna, Black Orchid, the House of Secrets, House of Mystery, all that's in there.
Unfortunately, all I got was Constantine, and all I can think of is, of course, Keanu Reeves.
I like that movie, too.
Yeah, I really did. Like, it's one of the few movies where Keanu Reeves' personality comes through and works.
It's not
character.
It's not John Constantine from the comic books, but it's a still decent movie.
Yeah,
but Justice League Dark is really good. If you're reading one, if you need to read one DC comic, I would read Justice League Dark. And if you need to read 3, I would read Justice League Dark, Swamp Thing, and Animal Man.
Well, of course, Swamp Thing. That's a classic.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but they're all in the same vein, basically. So,
we'd also like to take this moment to give a shout out to our one viewer in the Philippines. Way to go! Keep up the fight.
Kila Salai.
Yeah,
that's not Filipino. That's actually from Mass Effect.
It's pretty. That's kind of insulting, actually, and I wouldn't blame you if you stop watching the show now.
That's true. We just lost a viewer. Yeah. So.
But we'll make up for it in Iceland. Fight the power, Iceland.
Kila Salai.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying that.
I don't even think they have any media in Iceland right now at all.
Well, if the volcano stopped, they can at least get off. I think that started. Yeah, it's warm there. TV news: ABC, who is ironically owned by Disney,
who isn't?
They are now deciding that they are going to produce the Star Wars Underworld live action TV show. They don't know when, they don't know why, they don't know how, but they're very excited about it because they now own it,
and they're gonna
exploit
it out like everything else that they do.
As long as they keep it like the Avengers, I say more power to Disney.
And what if they turn it into more like on Stranger Tides, just throwing out there another? Yeah, we're just gonna make one more because we own it and we can. And we'll get somebody, they'll throw Johnny Depp in there as Han Solo's kid or something.
They they should have stopped at Curse of the Black Pearl. I thought that was a good one. I thought that was the only good one.
You know what?
As much as
parts of On Stranger Tide.
As much as I love Ian McShane,
yeah.
he was a good Blackbeard, but I did like The Priest and the Mermaid.
Yes, that was interesting.
Which sounds like some sort of like emo song, the story of the Prince and the Mermaid. The Priest and the Mermaid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking to the corner. To the ghost. I've got a video to play now.
Navy SEALs.
Yeah, gaming news. All you.
Does anyone get that reference? Because if you do, you get extra points.
Yes, that's right. Before Kevin Smith sucked. Anyway, gaming news. All us old school pen and paper RPG fans probably remember the old Cyberpunk RPG, not Shadowrun, but Cyberpunk. Which was very gruesome, very violent, so was Shadowrun, but it didn't have elves. Anyway,
as we know, elves are always more gruesome.
That's right. Anyway, Cyberpunk is getting a relaunch in the video game medium, and I've got.
Which is it?
They produced a trailer for it, so I'm going to play it right now. And
you're such a trailer whore.
And I love trailers. Let's watch this for. Cyberpunk 2077.
While we're off camera, Adam will be touching himself.
Maybe.
What is this, Tron 3?
Come touch me like I'm an ordinary man. Have a look in my eyes. Underneath my skin there is a violence. It's got a gun in its hands. Ready to make sense of anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything. Black holes living inside of your face. Razor wire spinning around you, 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 around you. Bullets of the beauty of the blistering sky. Bullets of the beauty and I don't know why. Bullets of the beauty of the blistering sky. Bullets of the beauty and I don't know why. Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility.
14 people are dead, 4 others suffered serious injuries. Police have a suspect.
Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility.
So that was it. And one thing I really liked about the trailer at the very end, it just said, coming when it's ready.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about video games nowadays. They'll announce a date and then they'll be like, nope, 3 years later it's coming out. Sorry. So I don't know.
First things first, I love how the artist completely stole the rifles from Space Marines and Aliens.
Well, there's not really much else you can do to make things look futuristic anymore. But speaking of, good segue.
Hello,
That's
thank you. I was working on that.
Yeah, that's what this episode is about. We I don't know why, but I had a wild hair up my ass to talk about the whole Alien saga since it is.
Did you get that shaved or plucked?
The wild hair?
Yeah.
I will when it's done, just so I can remember.
It's not ingrown because that can get.
Yeah, it's cutting things. No, I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, let's go back to the.
Yeah, it is my favorite sci-fi series. My favorite sci-fi saga.
Are we going to ignore Prometheus in this?
No, God, no.
Okay. I'm
Prometheus.
just making sure.
it's part of the world. But a lot of people
Your face
are
is part of the world.
It is. A lot of people are like, why? I thought Star Wars was your favorite sci-fi medium. And in my opinion, Star Wars is not sci-fi. Star Wars is a highly technological fantasy. It doesn't have any elements of science fiction whatsoever.
Clearly, Star Wars is history because it notes at the very
Long time
beginning,
ago.
in a galaxy far, far away.
That's right.
All right, George Lucas just found these texts, you know?
Yeah, from Middle Earth.
Right, and
or Middle Galaxy.
Yeah, they showed up in a field found by John Brown and golden texts. And, yeah. There are like thousands of people in Utah that are very angry at me right now.
Thousands of people.
Yes.
Are there thousands of people in Utah?
There are, and I hope that this actually gets them on the Internet Listening Door show, even if they pick at us.
That's true. It
more
worked for
people
Howard
listening.
Stern.
Exactly.
So,
I will gladly run my name through the mud if it means the freedom of... Oh, wait, that's Michael Collins. Never mind. Let's move back to...
yeah, let's go back to the Alien. 1979's Alien. Written by Dan O'Bannon. Directed by the
Raise
one
your
and
hand
only
if you were alive then.
Ridley Scott. I was for 2 months.
All right.
Yes, that's
High
right.
five. All right.
That was a weak high five. It even just went. Yeah, but I've got my Alien cup like I always do.
I've got my bell. That was a weak bell.
Yes, but 1979.
Yes.
Still rated one of the greatest terrifying movies ever made. I actually went and saw it in the theater, not in '79 when it was re-released, when the director's cut was re-released back in 2000, and it's still held up in the theater.
It was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I went over to Parkside and saw it in the big screen, and I sat close up, and it was really intense because I had always only seen it on television. And also the director's cut was really cool because it added elements to the script that you didn't really get the first time.
Yeah, I mean, of course there was the one cocoon scene that they really thrown in, but there was just little things that they threw in too, like Ripley getting slapped and just different. There was like a couple arguments that weren't there and stuff, but this movie, I mentioned Star Wars before. This movie wouldn't have gotten made if it wasn't for Star Wars. Of course,
very true.
Of course, as we know, Star Wars was 1977, and it was a huge hit. If you don't know this, then you're probably not watching the show.
Yeah,
but
you should probably slap yourself and move out of the rock that you've been living under.
But 20th Century Fox was like, all right, we need a new sci-fi, we need a new space movie, and what do we have ready? And Dan O'Bannon's script for Alien was on the top of the list. I'm like, oh, well, we'll make this. What could it hurt? I mean, Fox at first didn't want to do it because it looked like it was going to be a B movie monster Roger Corman film. In fact, Roger Corman was interested in making the movie, which I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, that probably would have turned out completely different.
Which is funny because Dan O'Bannon, the first movie he wrote was Dark Star back in 75, 76 or 7. And it turned out to be John Carpenter's first movie. Yeah. Was it his first movie? I think it was.
Yes.
But it turned out John Carpenter directed it. It went terrible. It was had no budget. In fact, the alien in Dark Star was blatantly a beach ball with shit all over. Well, not like literal, but with stuff all over it to make it look like an alien.
Interesting.
But
I'm glad you know this. I mean, I rely on you for these factoids.
Oh yeah, when it comes to Alien, there's a 12-hour documentary on the entire Alien saga, and I've watched it like 6 times. It's really cool.
Because you are.
I'm really cool. I have that kind of time to be that cool. But yeah. So 20th century.
Hold on. This documentary, does it span the whole? Just the
four movies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not 12 hours on one movie.
Well, I don't know.
Which they could.
Actually, because I actually saw a doc about the making where they went on for an hour just about H.R. Geiger's drawings, which are extremely interesting. If you don't know, H.R. Geiger created the paintings and drawings that would later become the Alien.
Yeah, in fact, Dan O'Bannon, the guy who wrote it, was actually working with Fox on the defunct adaptation of Frank Herbert's Dune, and They didn't have a director or anything, but H.R. Giger was doing the art for it all. He was doing the concept design, and they put the kibosh on it, said it was going to be too expensive, which even David Lynch's version of Dune almost didn't get made because it was too expensive. That's why it looks the way it does, because a lot of things got cut, even though it's one of my favorite sci-fi movies.
It is incredible, but if you've ever read the book, you know how far it.
Yeah.
But they had to do some things to like cut in there, and they actually did a pretty damn good job.
Yeah,
I
love Dune. I even liked the sci-fi one. I thought that was cool that they did it on the Sci-Fi Channel,
because they incorporated most of the books, except for the very, very end, but let's not get too far off. We could do
we'll do a Dune episode.
Yeah, we'll do a Dune episode, because if you've read when they actually just a little more a couple of years ago, the son of the author,
I can't remember his name. He's writing it with Kevin J. Anderson.
Yeah, they found the extended plot line that he had, including everything, and they wrote a series of books finishing the series the way he originally intended. I can see you Googling now for the
Oh, no, I was looking to see if anyone's talking to us, and they're not, because I don't think anyone watches the show anymore.
Of course they don't.
Not live. No one watches live.
No one watches it live.
What's live? We have 61 followers. That's more than I thought we had.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. There should be people watching live now, and if they're not, I'm going to hurt them when I see them.
Wow.
They were supposed to be able to call in. Let's give that studio number.
Oh, the number is 727-493-2055. Again, it is 727-493-2055. And we will answer your alien questions. Try to stump me. Ooh, that's a good thing to do. Yeah, try to stump me on alien trivia. Anyway, still talking about Alien. H.R. Giger did all the creature stuff, and if you've ever been to my place, you know I'm a big H.R. Giger fan. I have prints all over the place. Not Prince the singer, but his
He actually
artwork.
has prints of H.R. Giger in revealing positions.
Yes, I do.
Not his drawing.
He's an ugly little man.
And that turns you on.
Don't give away all my secrets. At least not in one episode.
Yeah,
people need to keep watching to figure stuff out.
Yeah, it's we do thinly veiled sexual references on this show. So if you haven't caught on to that, then you should also hit yourself in the head with the tack hammer.
And then watch Star Wars for the first time.
Yes.
But Ridley Scott was his first real big movie. His first movie was The Duelists, which got a big praise at Cannes Film Festival, but a lot of people didn't see it. So when he got put on,
that's because they released it on Sunday.
But when they brought him in on Alien, they brought him in because of The Duelist. They saw his style and they thought it would be really cool to have a sci-fi movie done on his vision. One of the cool things that he does is Ridley Scott himself storyboards everything. And he wanted Mobius to do the storyboard. If you don't know Mobius, he's a French comic book artist. He did some Silver Surfer stuff. He did some of his own stuff. A lot of sci-fi stuff. Really cool guy. He actually passed away not too long ago. It was either this year or last year. I think it was last year. Or the year before. I don't know. Time is just a jumble in my head.
That's what happens when you travel in the TARDIS all the time.
That's right.
If you didn't know, in upcoming seasons, Adam will be...
I'm the Lost Companion.
Yeah, the Lost Companion.
That'd be awesome.
Where's Atom? It's like the worst English accent.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was.
That's terrible.
That's number one tonight.
Number one for this week.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
hello,
man.
chip cheerio.
Here we go. But yeah, he does his own storyboards. A lot of directors don't do that, and he has this incredible vision that he wanted to portray, and he wanted everything to be larger than life, and he pretty much accomplished that.
Yeah, I mean, the Nostromo itself, just by the sheer depth of the construction that they put into the set. It just creates this whole world.
Oh, the set was one piece. It didn't break away.
It made the movie. Yeah.
If you were in one room and you had to get out, you actually had to get out through the exit of the ship. It was all one, which added to the claustrophobia of it.
Right.
Which added to the atmosphere. If you're an actor, you had to know your way around the Nostromo to get around it. I mean, it was just brilliant. It was a brilliant idea.
Which, because and it really shows in the one scene where Ripley's trying to escape, when she's activated the self-destruct, she's like climbing up these things and she's headed for the escape-pod.
The escape-pod.
Yeah, the escape-hippopotamus. Yeah. And
hungry escape-a-pod.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh God.
Yeah, the set.
Yeah,
yes,
the set.
It was fantastic.
But yeah,
fantastic.
she's really running away. Like, she's clawing her way up. Like, she knows how she's got to get to escape.
Right.
And that was really awesome. And there was like one scene that they cut out, which I'm so glad they did, because it shows the alien getting up, and it's like the actor basically crawling backwards, and it makes it look so human.
Yeah.
But it basically shows a guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah.
And they cut that scene out, and that basically like saved the movie, because that one scene would have ruined the entire illusion.
Yeah. And another cool thing about the alien suit itself, the scene at the end where she's in the escape shuttle, and the alien
and she's half naked.
comes out. Oh, and she's wearing her underwear that's 3 sizes too short for some reason. I guess truckers.
I know why.
I guess truckers in space don't know how to fit sizes. But that whole
10-4, good buddy.
That whole interior of the shuttle was built around where the dude in the alien costume was sitting, so he would look naturally in there while he was hiding. They actually had to build it around him. I thought that was cool. It was cool. It's
That
cool.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And it happened on a Sunday.
Yeah. Not Saturday.
Not Saturday. A few cool little tidbits about this movie, that the original cut of the film was 3 hours and 12 minutes long. And I would love to have seen that. I would love to see 3 hours of Alien. Yeah, that's right.
You managed to make that sound dirty.
I would love to see 3 hours of Alien. Yeah.
Alien born. Face suckers brings on a whole new meaning.
Inside the derelict ship, of course, was the ever popular space jockey, the gigantic creature that we all know what it is now because of Prometheus. But for a long time, we had no idea.
How dare you?
We had no idea.
Spoiler alert!
Retcon alert! But Ridley Scott wanted this thing to be gigantic, and Fox would not. He wanted his thing to be gigantic.
Yes, sir.
You're my Ed McMahon now.
You are correct, sir. There's another reference people that are younger than us won't even get.
Oh, not even the Phil Hartman one. That's sad. But Fox would not give up the money to make this gigantic set. So what Ridley Scott did was made it a little bit smaller, and instead of using humans, instead of using adults, he used his kids as the astronauts. Which is funny because when he created the spacesuits, there was no air ventilation system. So the adults, when they were wearing them, they kept passing out, and he didn't pay no attention until his kids were actually in the thing, and he's like, "Oh, we got to fix this." And I thought that was funny.
More likely, his wife said something.
Honey, the kids are passing out again. We can't have this happen.
Shit! I guess I.
Oh bloody hell!
Oh bloody hell! Bollocks!
Yes, indeed, bollocks, indeed. The original title of the movie, I'm glad they changed it, was called Star Beast.
Oh my god!
I don't think I could be a fan of a series called Star Beast.
Star Beasts, Star Beast 3, Star Beast Resurrection,
Star Beasts. Why aren't you working?
I don't think James Cameron would have agreed to do a sequel to a movie called Star Beast.
And
then it would have been Terminator and Terminator 2, and he might have gone right to Avatar because he skipped Aliens. Could you imagine Avatar in the 80s with like Muppets and shit?
Yeah, it probably would have been a good movie. Yeah. I went there.
Before Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. The Hungarian title of the movie translated to The Eighth Passenger. I thought that was a cool name for it.
That is actually
better than
pretty
Star
cool.
Beast.
Yeah.
I just
Way
like
better
saying
than
beast
Apollo
with
18.
just like pulling out the beast. I'm pulling out the beast. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have to put a disclaimer on this show, folks.
Oh,
Please
we do
don't
every
let your
time.
children watch this if they're under the age of
7.
17.
Oh yeah, that's it. The dialogue, most of the best lines in the movie were improvised. That happened in Aliens too. We'll talk about that.
Game over, man! Game over!
That was an unscripted scene. That wasn't even in the script. But let's talk about the chest burster. You want to talk about the chest burster? Let's talk about the chest burster.
Are we talking about the Star Beast again?
I'm talking about the Star Beast chest burster. The cast was told about what was going to happen.
This was I sorry to cut you off, but this is the coolest thing that any director's ever done that I heard of.
Yes, the cast knew about it, knew about what was going to happen. It was in the script. It was like, oh, the thing pops out of his chest and it runs away. They didn't know that it was going to be spewing blood everywhere and coming out so viciously fast.
Yeah, they had no time or practice at this, so they had no idea exactly how it was going to go.
The only actor that knew about it was John Hurt because he had to go
really,
through it all.
Because it has to burst out of his chest. That's surprising.
Yeah, but the biggest reaction came from Veronica Cartwright when she got sprayed in the face by blood. And what's funny, because on the documentary, they keep showing they keep showing the feed of her because they had to cut away because she fell on her back when she got hit. And you see her legs fly up in the air and
you don't need any comic relief in that scene.
No. And it was terrifying, and that was their actual real reactions. They did it in one take, they did it once until it had to run away. And then they had to take the table off and stuff. But they didn't know. I mean,
what did he have? Oh, he had the special.
Yeah, changed my order of the soup. But they even went down.
I was out of rim shots. So I went.
They even went down to the creature shop and saw the chest burster, and it didn't look as bad because it wasn't painted. It didn't have the gore all over it. And the funny thing about the blood part was it wasn't supposed to shoot out blood so much, but it just did. Just the tubes just shot it out so much, and it just made this. It made
wow.
One of my
you have the ability to make anything sound dirty.
I do. The one thing which is really sad on this aspect, it's not for financial gain, not for recognition. The one thing I would do with a time machine was go back and see these movies when they were in the theaters for the first time and see everyone's reactions. Because I heard when the chestburster scene, I'm holding this like I'm a wrestler. Sunday! Thing I heard about the chestburster, brother. No,
snap into it. A beefy, juicy taste.
When people saw it in the theaters, there was dead silence because they didn't know this was happening.
They were like, "Oh, I have no fucking idea what to do at this moment."
I don't. What just happened? Yeah, exactly.
I'm in complete shock and awe.
I would
ripping that off too.
I would love to have seen Alien in the theater. I would love to have seen The Exorcist in the theater for the first time. I saw it when it was re-released again. That's all I get to see are freaking re-releases. I hate being too young to see movies. Now I sound like I'm 15. Oh, I hate being too young to see movies.
No, you sound like you're 50. Oh, back in my day.
Back in my day, they used puppets instead of Yoda.
That's right. I think Yoda was a puppet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they used puppets for Yoda instead of CGI.
Yes, they... That's what I meant to say, instead of Yoda.
Shh, I'll just run the rest of the show. It's okay.
Okay. I don't know what else to say about Alien. Oh, back in 1970... This is funny, too. Back in 1979, when the movie was released...
Is it?
Yes.
Is it funny?
Because I have the video for this. This is great.
You're right. That was hilarious.
Are you done?
You said it was funny. I laughed.
Okay. I haven't even gotten to it yet.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Back in 1979, this is different, by the way, because nowadays everybody's happy with gore and happy with just violence and stuff. Kids
Vice
are playing.
President, the guy that
everybody's happy with him. And
you are correct, sir.
But in '79, Kenner decided that they were gonna market the Alien movie and gear it towards kids. That's right. Here was the commercial for the 1979 Alien action figure.
Yes, please. I need to see this. Please.
Kenner presents you Alien action figure.
Quick, shut the airlock. The alien's locked out now. He got through. Give up. Alien can't be beat. We'll zap him with the light. Darn, he'll destroy the spaceship. We've lost. Better find another ship. Let's try the kitchen. Another triumph for Alien.
Alien action figure. New from Kenner.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was...
I don't remember aliens saying, haha, the day is mine.
What was funny, though, I mean...
Haha, Trebek, the day is mine.
This was back in 79 where they didn't make toys for R-rated movies. I mean, they do now because they don't gear them towards kids. They gear them to us that were buying toys back then.
They gear it to those of us who are growth stunted, who are like in Arrested Development.
That's right. And I just think that was such a funny commercial because it looked like it was the house from E.T., and it's like, oh, our kids are gonna play with this horrifying monster
Alien phone home
that we just saw the movie for, and it just made us sick seeing this movie. But here, kids, play with it. Oh man!
Here, quick, lock the what they say, lock the
airlock
and then close the shutters.
Yeah,
the little wood shutters. That's
There weren't even airlocks in Star Wars. I don't know where they got this from. Kids that young aren't reading Alan Dean Foster. Or maybe they are. I don't know. If their parents are buying them Alien action figures. I don't know. I kind of said that like I was been drinking. Yeah, the kids bought them Alien action figures.
It would have been even funnier if it was like Seth Rogen or someone like that. Someone that started their career as a kid doing commercials, and they were like really famous now.
Like Seth Green in Amazing Stories. Remember? You ever see that one where the babysitter?
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, let's move on to the magical time of 1986.
Wasn't that The Never-Ending Story?
It was also pretty much a lot of things. It was the summer.
Top Gun.
Wow.
Karate Kid Part 2.
Top Gun. Tony Scott, brother Ridley Scott, who sadly took his life earlier this year or in 2012.
That was
So we'll never have a sequel to Top Gun. That we deserve.
But we will someday.
Maybe
when Tom Cruise gets enough money and Val Kilmer loses 300 pounds.
Iceman, get the shoehorn. Get him in. Get him in his plane.
You can be my wingman any day.
It just drives a jumbo jet.
He's eating a donut. Sure.
It's because you're unsafe.
Yeah. Pizza the Hut.
Oh, I don't want to see him standing in his tidy whities playing homoerotic volleyball to Kenny Loggins.
Yes.
Oh man. So Aliens. 1986. James Cameron is hired to write and direct the sequel to Alien, which Fox didn't want to do until they read his treatment, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
He decided
You know what day they read the treatment on? Right?
It was a Sunday? But yeah, he didn't want to make a remake of Alien like most sequels are. He wanted to make a real sequel. And instead of making a claustrophobic horror movie, he made a war movie. And that's all it was.
Awesome.
It was a war movie.
It was a war movie with aliens in the background.
This was his second big Hollywood movie. His first movie was Piranha 2: The Spawning, Roger Corman movie. Roger
Corman.
Thought
he made Terminator before that.
Yeah, this is his second big movie. I'm not counting.
Oh, I thought you were counting Piranha as his first big Hollywood movie. Roger Corman's Piranha 2.
No, in fact,
Piranha.
Piranha 2 is The Spawning. Spawning. Yeah. In fact, the last two Piranha movies have actually been pretty fun. Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D.
Yeah.
But back onto Aliens. It's not my favorite. The first one's still my favorite, but Aliens has a special place. It was the first one I saw. My mom made me watch it when I was 6 years old.
That's odd.
Yeah. She's like, I want to watch this movie. You're gonna watch it with me. I'm like, all right. And I was smitten from then. She did a lot. She did that to me a lot. She showed me the first Poltergeist when I was 5. She showed me the first Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 6.
This explains so much about you.
I know.
If you don't know, this guy and I go way back to high school. We were both, of course, drama club geeks.
Yeah.
I grew out. No.
Okay. That's why he's here today.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually like the highlight of my day. Believe it or not. That's not. Well, that's X-rated. We're not gonna.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now he's getting dirty.
Yeah, they're
getting dirty.
Let's just say there's a.
Where the hell was I? Oh
there's
yeah.
There's a petting zoo out there with this goat with a smile on its face.
Right. Oh wow. But yeah, it's not my favorite of the movies.
I have to disagree completely. It is absolutely my favorite.
You have to disagree that it's not my favorite?
Yes, I have to disagree it's not your favorite and that it is mine. And that's all we need to say about that on the subject.
But it was my first foray in the Alien movies. And it holds a special place in my heart. But it's a completely different movie than the first one. This one, it's action-packed. It's full-on war. It's full-on James Cameron, which means everything is blue. It's true. Terminator 2,
God.
The Abyss. I don't think True Lies had any blue in it, but nearly everything. Avatar. Avatar is the epitome of blue James Cameron.
I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, but that's one thing he's known for.
Titanic.
Yeah, it kind of had. Well,
the ice was blue.
Leo was blue at the end.
Yeah,
he turned into a Na'vi.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it was full on James Cameron, and in fact, when they shot it in England, and all the people in England,
chip cheerio.
Yes. Oh, here we go. All the people in England were so.
That's two.
You
know who would be awesome for this conversation? We need to get Katie Argo on the phone.
Oh yeah, she's in England.
She's still in England. Yes.
Yeah. I have another friend in England too. If you're listening, Holly Bowman, I can't wait to get my Doctor Who stamps.
Sweet.
They're not till March, but Can
you use them during U.S. Postal Service?
I have an inside man or woman.
Yeah.
I just lost my inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say your stamps aren't coming now.
But yeah, they're so English in England. Imagine that they didn't even give James Cameron a chance because Ridley Scott was British, and they're like, oh, who's this American coming in?
Story that they arranged a viewing of Terminator to show the cast.
Yeah, and no one
showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they completely gave him no credit because they felt like he was intruding on Ridley Scott's territory.
And the funny thing is they kept calling him a Yank, they kept calling him American, and he's Canadian. Go figure.
He's really American.
It's an American
He's made all
movie.
his money in America. He lives in America. He doesn't watch hockey. Okay?
I don't know that. I've never spent a weekend with
imperialist
him.
Just like the rest of America. And he doesn't say A. All right? So that's all I need to know about him.
But the funny thing is, James Cameron was such a hard ass. Everyone that disagreed with him, he'd just fire him and get a new guy. He went through 2 ADs. He went through a cinematographer. And I think it was funny because finally they just decided that, he's a serious filmmaker. Well, let's give him a chance. And I'm glad they did because it was really great.
True, until he made Titanic and got so full of himself that I'm only going to make documentaries.
Yeah, I'm going to only do everything
Return
underwater.
of the King comes out and wins 12 Oscars. Suddenly it's not him and Ben-Hur anymore. He's like, shit, I better pull Avatar out and make another movie because suddenly I'm not king of the hill anymore. He could just sit back on his laurels and be like, me and Ben-Hur and that guy's dead. I'm the only Oscar-winning director with 12 Oscars. Here comes Peter Jackson with 12 Oscars. And I'm kind of been sitting around getting fat doing documentaries about the Titanic, which I can't let go.
So he sat around making documentaries, watching Fern Gully, going, I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to make a movie, a live-action Fern Gully.
Yeah, I'm going to make a documentary about finding Jesus' tomb and anger every Christian on the planet, and possibly the Jews, too.
Possibly, because they didn't get their work done right.
Oh, that was really the Romans. Let's not go there. Just as Jim Caviezel.
Oh, where was I?
We were moving on to Alien 3.
Oh, no, we're not. We still have a lot to do here.
Not really, because we're almost out of time.
I know. Well, we might have to go into next week for the other 2 movies. So,
or we could just forget them.
No, because I have a lot to say about Alien 3.
I'm sure
I have a lot
you
to
do.
say
It
about
was
Alien
like
3.
David Fincher's
It was his first movie.
First and worst movie.
He actually disowned that movie.
Yeah, well, that's because Sigourney Weaver had too much say in it.
No, that's not true at all.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Yes, it is.
We're not. You can't argue with me on this.
I can argue with you, and I will.
No.
Yes, you know why? Because I blame the German writer who has never seen one episode of Alien.
That has nothing. There was no German writer for Alien 3.
Yes, there was.
The problem was there was no writer for Alien 3. It didn't have a script.
They brought in a dude from Germany that had never seen any of the Alien films.
That's 4.
No, that was 3.
No, 4 got messed up. 4 screwed up Joss Whedon's script. We'll talk about it. I'll straighten you up. But let's keep talking about aliens. That's right.
I just got bitch smacked.
You did. You got nerd slapped.
Woo! I'm out of here.
Careful, those are expensive.
Oh, okay. I also turned the camera black and white.
Oh yeah. Now we're getting all stylish.
Woo! My little dramatics, actually.
So, where was I? You just made me lose it.
We were talking about aliens.
Oh yeah. So
James Cameron was a hell of a director.
yes, the set. This is cool too. The set for where they did the alien nest was kept intact even after filming, and it was later used for the Axis chemical plant in Batman. And they actually had to tear down the alien nest to make room for the Axis chemical plant. It was actually there before they started shooting. It was like wow, Batman versus aliens.
Yeah. Where are we going to put the giant tank where Jack Nicholson can fall in? Move all that stuff from aliens.
Get that egg out of the way.
Yeah.
Ripley's shuttle, the Narcissus, was the models were not to be located anywhere, so they had to rebuild it from scratch, just for that opening scene in the beginning. That cost a pretty penny. One of the coolest things is
what did it cost?
I don't know. I didn't write that down.
You just wrote down it cost a pretty
penny.
Okay.
One of the coolest things, one of the deleted scenes that they put in the director's cut was when Ripley found out that her daughter had grown old and died.
Yeah.
The picture of her daughter is actually a picture of Sigourney Weaver's mother. I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Because it's actually, part of the lineage.
Yeah.
And it's like a time machine reversal thing.
Maybe she was trying to say something about her mother. Maybe you should just get old and die.
James Cameron's attention to detail wasn't squashed in this movie either. The 15-minute countdown at the end of the movie actually took 15 minutes. When the Marines were saying you have 10, when Apone says you have to get 10 seconds, you got 10 seconds, Marines, to get out of the APC. It took 10 seconds. They actually did drills for 2 weeks, to build a camaraderie and be as close as they could to Marines as actors can be for 2 weeks.
Have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
Not usually.
No, me neither.
I like to pull a Buffalo Bob and hide it between my legs.
Ooh. Buffalo Bob from Howdy Doody?
No, I mean Buffalo, whatever it was from the goddamn Silence of the Lambs. Actually, my reference was to Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
from Clerks 2.
Yes, which originally was called The Passion of the Clerks, but
It
was made to be changed because of PC bullshit.
Yes, not from Max at all. It was all PC. Yeah, I went there. I did a tech joke. I did a check joke.
This is from the same guy that watches 12-hour documentary on Alien
over and over again. One of the eggs. I don't know.
Excuse me.
One of the eggs from Aliens is actually in the Smithsonian.
That's actually pretty cool.
I want to go see that. I just want to go to the Smithsonian just to see the egg.
Forget the shuttle or the.
Well, I've seen all that. I've seen all the air and space stuff. I've been to the Smithsonian. I didn't get to see the egg. I didn't know it was there. It might have been there. It probably wasn't there when we went. You didn't see it, did you? You don't remember that. You don't remember anything from the 8th grade. I've known the ghost forever.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
The F-bomb was dropped 25 times. 18 of those was Bill Paxton.
Brilliant
I thought that
actor.
was cool.
Yeah.
On the same vein, Bill Paxton says the word man 38 times.
Game over, man. Game over.
That's not funny, man. Most of his lines are improvised.
Express elevator to hell going down.
Most of his lines were improvised. Indeed, he turned into the Swedish Chef.
Yes.
Right before he died. Hudson, not Bill Paxton. He's still alive and doing movies about tornadoes.
Cow.
Another cow.
No, I think it's the same cow.
During the production of Aliens, Full Metal Jacket was being shot next door. So those Marines
is, yeah.
and the Full Metal Jackets Marines went out and partied all the time after shooting.
We're Space Marines. We're Vietnam Marines.
I could see like the guy who played Apone was a military man, and Arlie Ermy was a military man. I could see them getting together, just in different aspects. I thought that was cool. And the last thing, this was funny too. Each time one of the actors would the day one of the actors would die, quote unquote, on set.
Did they have to wear a red shirt?
No, that day, Sigourney Weaver would come in and give them a bouquet of flowers for their death. On the day that Paul Reiser's character Burke died, she gave him a bouquet of dead flowers because he's a dick. Well, his character was. And
I don't know if you've ever watched
Mad About You?
I'd have to say he's probably a dick in real life.
Or My Two Dads.
I love that show. Though.
That was way before
But
anyone's
Greg
time.
Madigan, what a stud.
Yeah, with his blonde flowing mullet.
And Tech Wars. Oh yeah.
Tech War. I have all the Tech War stuff. Well, I got quiet.
Dramatic
for that.
sigh.
It was Shatner greatness.
It was not Shatner greatness. He put his name on it to get it out there.
I have the books, okay?
Okay, yeah. It was just I want to know who really wrote Tech Wars because William Shatner's Tech War. And he's like, when I wrote it, and I'm just like, the only thing you did while he was writing the book was eat bacon, all right, you fat ass.
That's true. I actually have this funny ass. Oh, it's not funny, but the premise is funny. It's a Star Trek book that Shatner wrote called Resurrection. Where this is great. It takes place right after Generations.
Yeah.
After Kirk dies.
He brings himself
back by making a pact with the Borg.
Yes.
Who does that? The Borg wouldn't do that. Oh, but it's such a funny premise. I had to read the book. It's great.
He has to be alive. He has to find a way to bring himself. He is such an egomaniacal ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love the guy.
Of course you do.
I would bow down to his feet.
Or something else.
No,
if
his
he asked
feet.
you. Okay.
I would keep going at his feet. I would just go at his feet, punch him.
However,
slap
I
a
do
fish.
love him in the Priceline commercials, and when he does Conan, he reads those lyrics to songs. And
Yes,
it's like
and his WoW commercial.
Umbrella, Ella.
So that was the first half of the Alien special. No one called in because they never do.
I will have some words.
No one called in because they never do. Oh, I wanted to talk about these comic books. I never talked about these. Marvel rebooted. I don't even know. They don't call it a reboot. They called it like a relaunch or something. It's a reboot. I don't care what anyone says. The Avengers are different. X-Men are different. One of the coolest books, like I said, there were two books. One of the coolest books out there is the new Captain America. Real quick, before we end the show, Steve Rogers is living the good life. Everything's happening good to him. He's Captain America. He's in love and all this crap. And all of a sudden, he gets on a subway that takes him to a different dimension, a different world, a different time, and he basically has to survive in a post-apocalyptic, hostile world, protecting this child. And it's really, really, really good. It reminds me. Well, it didn't remind me. I had to actually be told what it reminded me of, and then I agreed. It was very old school Jack Kirby stuff, like Fourth World and the old New Gods and stuff. It's really cool. It's a really good read. It's only on issue 2. I think issue 3 comes out this week, so check that out. Oh, what did you have to say about that?
I was curious, like what kind of subway is this? Like, did he have to use extra tokens to get on? Or I'm like,
the funny thing was, he got on by himself. He's like, yeah, I'll meet you there. I got or something happened. I don't remember. The first issue wasn't as good as the second issue, but he got on the subway and it like magically transported him there. And
yeah, like how does this work? I'm just curious.
Oh, it hasn't played out yet.
Oh,
it's only on issue 2.
He was probably brought over.
He was brought over by this guy. I don't know. I don't read Captain America, so I don't know his villains. It's some dude he's got his face in a chest or some Zamaron or something. Let me know. Let us know.
I thought that was Krang.
Don't look at me. That was my Krang. not half bad. It was
Bad impression
sad.
number 3.
Oh God. But number 2 book. I don't read Marvel, so I had no idea what was going on. But it's actually a pretty funny book. It's called X-Men Legacy, where they're battling against Legion, who is this guy that can pretty much
Legionnaire's disease.
Legion. He can pretty much do anything, and he's a foul-mouthed. I think he's British, but he has. Yeah, I guess he has tons of powers or anything. I don't. It's good. I don't know anything about the X-Men universe, but it's good because I don't know it. I'm reading it and enjoying it, so that's got to be a good thing, right?
Yes, but there's so many X-Men universes, much like Spider-Man.
That's true. Oh, by the way, Superior Spider-Man is not good. After Peter Parker died, yeah, it's just stay away from that one. Stay away from Spider-Man. It's a good bet. Stick with DC Comics, Marvel's kid stuff. But I want to say, before we go, contact us on Facebook. You can go to Facebook. I have to look at it. It's Nerd-O-Rama FLA.
Yes.
On Facebook. Tweet us at nerd_O-Rama. I like saying that. O-Rama. O-Rama. Or you could just email us at nerdoramafl@gmail.com. I don't think that's on there. No, it's not.
And we are fangirl friendly. That's a
we have
emerging market, and we'd really like to hear from you guys.
We have some fan pics up. I'd like to see more.
Yeah.
Send us more fan pics. It's good stuff. We like to know our fans.
And any engagement proposals for Adam, the girls, ladies? He is single. We'd like to hear from you. If you need a green card or you don't, he's still quite the catch.
Wow, that was horrible.
I know.
That was a terrible thing to say. But anyway, I'd like to say one more thing that I never say this, and I work here, so I guess I'm going to start saying that Nerd-O-Rama is proudly brought to you by the Talkwad Network. So please check out the other shows on the Talkwad Network. At talkwad.com. We did get a new nerd show on nerdcoreradio.com. It is level 3 radio. The guy is really cool. He's really laid back. He talks mostly about music and stuff. We didn't have much of a music nerd show going on. He's really cool. He's talking about local talent and stuff. He knows a lot of tech things. His first show was last Thursday. I did a lot of talking on it. He actually got a call from Buddha. Like all 3 of the shows just called in and talked to him and stuff. So it was really cool. The Talkwad Network is growing. We just opened up our Tampa station. So we're gonna have like twice as many shows. So
sweet.
Any type of subject you want to hear, we probably have a show for that. And if they don't, make one. Come over here, be a host.
Right.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You do one show and you'll get hooked.
I know for a fact there's not one show about bestiality yet.
Not yet. So
yeah,
it's right up there. Yeah. So we could call it Beastmaster.
Star Beast
Master. Once again, Nerd-O-Rama is brought to you by Anime Fix. Make sure you check them out. They even have a website, animefix.com. You go to our page on nerdcoreradio.com and click on the Anime Fix picture. You will see their page. Also, if you click on my picture, you get to my Facebook. And if you click on Nerd-O-Rama, you can go to the Nerd-O-Rama Facebook. So,
and I'm under Adam's friends.
Yeah, he's just a friend. We're not
friends.
We're not serious. We're just friends.
There's a rash we have to work over.
Next week, like I said, we'll continue the Alien saga. If we have time, we'll get into the lesser Alien movies, the AVPR movies. And the second one was a good one. That was a good time. That one was fun. But that's pretty much it. I didn't get to play any of this stuff. One more thing.
Slap the fish.
Yeah, for the Aliens thing, I'll show it next week. Anyway, my name's Adam, and this is, I don't know who he is today, so.
My name is Inigo Montoya, but on the other world that I live in the alternate world when I get on a subway car in Florida and I don't drown, my name would be Andrew Morschbacher.
I hate our subway systems here.
I know, God, it's like more like a submarine.
Yeah. and
I
they're
have
not
to put
watertight.
on like a respirator and everything. It really
Yeah.
sucks. It's not worth it. It's not.
So I'd like to say thanks for tuning in. Check us out on YouTube if you want to see the rest of our shows. They're archived on Nerd-O-Rama FL on YouTube. Subscribe. Make us look fantastic. Also, you can download our podcasts on iTunes. Just either go to Talkwad or search for Nerd-O-Rama, and you will find us. And you can download us and put us on your iPhone and listen to us in your car. I went Vol Valley then.
Ooh.
You can put us on your iPhone and listen in your car.
Oh my God.
And gag me with a spoon. So that's all, and we will see you next week on Nerd-O-Rama. NerdCoreRadio.com.
Get these morons off the air.
Yeah. I'm taking you off the air. I think you're having a breakdown.
You've been listening to Nerd-O-Rama. Visit nerdcoreradio.com. Till next time, just remember...
It's pornography! No, the Supreme Court says it's not.
We should do this again. I think it was very constructive.